it's more entertaining to watch the argument than it is to have actually real dialogue and come up with options. What's up, family? Welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Thatbaldbrutha. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by and checking me out. On this channel, I share my thoughts and opinions based on my almost 50 years of living here. Jesus Christ, can't believe I just said that. On various topics in the Black community. Today, we're going to be sliding over to the daily wrap-up to discuss the gender war, whether or not it's real or it's just something done for social media. Let's get into it.
Do you think there's a gender war between black men and black women, or is that just only on social media? You think that's happening in real life, or just strictly just on social media you see that happen?
So I'm going to jump right in with my answer to that. I think that it is blown up in more proportion because of social media. Do I think it exists? Yes. But I think it's been given a platform on social media that makes it seem a lot more than it really is, because you have a lot of voices on both sides with their opinions. And I think that social media is playing a role in making the problem worse because of the voice and platform that's been given to it. So let's see what they say.
It's like gender expectations on social media type shit. Like I feel like all these stereotypes is what like fuck us up on social media, because guys automatically think like women be wanting what the IG models got and shit like that. Because there's some people that live based off of what they see on social media and not living in the reality,
Correct.
And vice versa. There's guys out here that wants to live up to the standard of what you see the rappers doing, and they can't do that. So it's like people just be living in this la la land and shit like that. So I feel like it's gender expectations based off of what the celebrities and the IG models and the rappers is out here portraying. But the reality is people not talking the reality on social media. It's a facade.
That's true. That's the other problem with social media, is that it gives the perception of a life that most people really aren't living. It's just, I rented that car for the day. I'm wearing this outfit, taking it right back to the store tomorrow. I got an empty bag that says it's coming from Gucci, but ain't nothing in the bag. All that kind of stuff. We live in an age right now where putting up facades is a thing.
What about you, Felicia? You think there's a gender war right now in our community?
I agree 100% with what she said. Like, they'll post whatever it is that they feel is acceptable, but then behind closed doors, it's like they're fine with doing domestic stuff, but not necessarily entirely on social media. They'll post like, oh, I'm making the money, I'm getting the bag, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But behind closed doors, that's not even a fact. Like, It's just their best representative. They want to feel accepted from outside, which I hate social media. So
yeah, everybody is city girl on social media, but in text messages they Michelle Obama and shit. Definitely, that's me. I ain't gonna hold you. I really know
Put
how to
that
talk.
on the shirt.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like, and I don't want to be gender biased at this point, but I feel like mostly it's women playing the aggression on social media. Like, I do think there's guys that, put gasoline to it, but like, I feel like it's like really judgmental. Like, as far as like any black men don't support black women, we hear that all the time.
Yeah.
When there's black men marching and stuff like that. Yeah, I feel like they're only getting it. I feel like for a fact that y'all only look at black rappers as black men.
What?
For black rappers speaks for the average black guy.
True.
Why do you think that?
For example, I can even give you a simple example. Like, we have a podcast page and we promote and we support black women all the time. We get 5 views, no comments. But as soon as we say, hey, black women do this, or there's a video of a black woman arguing, why y'all got this on here? But you got the energy. But when we say, hey, 102 you're a comments. queen, we love you, it's dead.
Yeah, it's type crickets, so I ain't gonna hold you.
I can show you.
Put receipts.
I could tell you black men don't 100% support black women, because one day I was walking down the street.
Some black
you
men,
got that.
definitely.
You got that. Some black
please,
men.
don't
I'm
generalize.
walking down the street, car on the other side, guy saying whatever the heck it was he was saying. Black man standing, walking beside me, turn his head. It's like, oh, okay. So you think the way how he's talking to me is acceptable? You're not gonna.
How many black
What you want
women
me to
have
do?
you seen in arguments disrespecting and belittling and degrading a black man? How many black women have stopped and said, yo, sis, chill out, you wildin'?
Exactly.
None.
Correct.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I understand what you're saying, but I got a question
So-
too.
so-
Like, what did you expect for him to do? Just say, yo,
Exactly.
chill out, fight?
This
Did
was
you
a
expect him
shame-
to
this
fight
was a
him?
shame
Like,
job?
He and I were really close,
Uh-huh.
just like how you and I.
This is a stranger?
He certainly was. Just as
Okay.
close as you and I
Uh-huh.
are, he 100% could have just stepped a little bit closer. You know, like protect me,
and-
make me feel a little bit like,
But
all right.
what was the
Wait,
guy
times
saying
where
I've
you
done
go,
that for a
I don't
female?
remember.
You know,
Some cat calls.
Oh.
Shit like
Like,
that.
I'm not gonna hold you. I grew up with guys. Like I grew up with my father for a certain period of time. So when women are out here saying like they don't get support from black men, the biggest supporters I got is like people out my family that are predominantly male.
Mhm.
So I can't sit here and say I experienced like that feeling of feeling abandoned by a black man. Now, for the most part, I kind of have to have a little understanding because those is like I grew up with them. So sometimes if I get into an altercation with a man, sometimes I be feeling like, yo, it's easy to call my brothers right now and get you fucked up.
Mhm.
But I know that it will put both parties in a bad predicament. So I got to walk away from this situation because I know
9 times out of 10, y'all gonna most likely make up, forgive each other, and then move on with the relationship.
not
right?
not even whether it's a relationship, whether it's just a dude off the street. Like sometimes you do not want to put your brother, your cousin, your pops. Like I know a girl who was in a whole fight and caught her father. Her father traveled all the way from the Bronx to Brooklyn and he got shot. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
But you
reality
ain't
out
gonna
here.
see that on social media, and then it's gonna come as yo. Like I get what you're saying. Black men should protect black women, but
It's precautions.
and,
like,
and
you-
what examples would y'all like us to protect y'all? Would be one of the questions I would ask y'all.
do you want a black man to be up here aggressive and shit, like really with the shits, and then he fuck around and end up in jail or dead because he's protecting you? Or speak up. What is there for a black man to really do
Right.
in society
Because we want
without?
to know, like you know,
I mean, that's the question right there. It's like, I mean, in her situation, it's just words. I mean, she didn't say he was calling her out her name. He was all kind of aggressive and walking up on her and in her face. He was across the street catcalling. You disregard that shit. I mean, you're not gonna go from 0 to 100 because somebody catcalling your friend. It's different if the guy's in front of you, he's pushing up on you, he's all in your face, he's trying to, not manhandle you, but he's trying to really be aggressive. At that point, then you step inside, yeah, but not for words. I think the problem with this protection thing is you got to pick your battles in this day and age. You can't just walk around always on 10, ready to fight somebody because something going on. That's not how life works. More times than not, you gonna end up with your ass in jail for something you ain't got no business being in jail for, all because you're trying to protect something that you could just walk away from and still been fine with. Pick your battles out here, bro.
I'm saying like
Yeah, because as a black woman, I defend myself. I'm aggressive all the time. Sometimes it feels good to not be the aggressor. So I be chilling sometimes, but when it's time for me to black out, I'm blacking out because I feel like I have the right to. But do other people see that as such? No. You know what
No,
I'm
because
saying?
then when you do that, then you the angry black woman. and all
I'm the
that
angry
stuff,
black
right?
woman. So we kind of share the same obstacles.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
as black men could turn around and say, yo, I'm gonna defend this black woman. But when shit hits the fan, who gonna really defend that black
him.
man when he
Mhm.
dying or in jail
Mhm.
right now? You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
No, I
Vice
get
versa
you.
for the black women, like dark women. Like when we out here mad about something and we expressing our anger, and probably even in an appropriate manner, people still judging. So
right.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you're saying that it's acceptable for us to not feel as if black men are supporting us?
I feel like we need to not say black men.
Men.
I feel like I don't feel like it goes down to just black men. Men in general, if you want to say men,
Mhm.
like, but don't just say black men.
I could agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's not fair.
No, it's
I
not.
feel like society on the whole focuses on negative. You feel me? So it's like negative gets publicity.
Mhm.
So like the stories you were saying, like, oh, somebody catcalling you or whatever, and nobody did anything, or somebody's talking crazy to some woman, nobody did anything. That will get more like how you saying the positive posts don't get no likes, and the negative shit we post get mad likes and shit. So it's like the negative
quote
shit.
unquote negative shit. Like,
Yeah, quote unquote, my fault. But the negative shit is more brought to light than the positive shit.
Right.
It don't get like people like it and keep it pushing, but then they will see something crazy like, oh, look at all these black guys in there and share that. You feel me?
Controversy breeds views. Controversy gets attention. It's funny how positivity is boring. No one wants to watch that. No one cares about a positive story. At the same time, cat videos are the highest ranking videos on YouTube. Figure that shit out.
You're an only child?
Sure am.
Damn.
Sure
and it's like I understand
Only
what
child,
you're saying.
no father. You understand? So
I
it's kind of like
understand
I
what
had to
you're
defend
saying.
myself. So it's kind of
Yeah,
like
that's rough.
I got me. That's it. I got me.
No, I know. I
So-
know. I understand.
Well, we
That's
got you
that.
now, man.
Ah.
We got you.
We definitely got
understand.
you. But real quick, just to go back to my original topic about the gender war, I believe there is a gender war. I see it mostly on social media, but I feel like social media spills over into the real world because I say the gender war because there's a lot of everyday, niggas ain't shit, niggas don't protect us.
Yep.
Then on the other spectrum is a lot of men, women ain't shit, this, that, and the third. Like, so there's a lot of bashing of each other and there's no real solutions. It's just
No conversation.
We just blame each other and nobody's really trying to listen to each other and come up with actual solutions. So there's a lot of like, every day I could go on Shade Room or Ball Alert and there's something negative about a black man, like, you know what I mean? Or black this, that, and third. So it comes off as like it's bashing. But then I'm looking at like, where's the solutions at? It's just a lot of pointing the fingers.
I mean,
at
but
each
I
other.
even heard like a lot of people say that there's no black fathers. But I could say like nowadays, I feel like I
There's
see a
no
lot of black fathers with
And-
being
Mhm.
there with their children.
I feel like that's
Or
an
trying to
old.
make an effort.
changing it.
Yeah, like,
Where's the effort of, saying, okay, salute that black man now? Like, you know what I'm saying?
No.
Like, or let's shine a light on there being more black fathers
No.
out there. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
We can sit there and dwell on the past, but let's acknowledge what is changing. You get what I'm saying?
Because it's easy to focus on sweeping generalizations. It's easy to say that all black men are dusty, all black women are trash. It's easy to say that rather than recognizing when the pendulum swings the other way. No one cares about the small percentage of guys that are being great black fathers or the small percentage of women that are being great black women. No one cares. There's more of an audience to hear you complain about the masses versus the minority. And that's the biggest problem that I have with this gender war issue is that there is a lot of chit chat, a lot of yelling across the table, but there's no conversations to find the solutions. It's the constant back and forth of it's my fault, it's your fault, and I'm gonna keep singing my song until you get tired of hearing it. But no one's really offering no one. Very few are offering real solutions, and even fewer are being listened to when those solutions are being offered. It's more entertaining to watch the argument than it is to have actually real dialogue and come up with options.
So you want to be saluted in public, or are you fine with it happening like?
I mean,
y'all
I'm
could
just
critique us
saying,
in public.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Why not salute us in public?
I
Like, you know?
kind of got an
That's
example.
true.
Like there was this dude who bought like 10 boxes of Pampers for his kid, and then he posted on social media like, "Yeah, I do for my kid." You know how much women said it's just Pampers.
Right.
Like he gonna run through them Pampers, and I'm sitting here like, bro, can this motherfucker like, bro, you this nigga's
He
out
happy
here.
for what he did,
He
whatever he
happy.
could provide.
Exactly.
And then it's
Time's
like you don't
hard.
even know the dude, but it's like so many speculations of what he could be doing or what he ain't doing, and it's like, bruh,
It's like that one video where old boy had brought his kids some Walmart clothes and the baby mama was mad. Like, why you buying Walmart clothes when you can buy him Jordans? And it's
Regular
like,
graphic tee.
Like, yeah, and it's like, yo.
But vice versa, if a female said, "Oh, I do this on my own. I'm independent. I get my kids their own Pampers." They're like, "Go ahead, girl, clap, clap, clap." Which we want to applaud you, but it's no different from when a guy.
Fair
do.
is fair.
Why
It should be equal
why are we bum
recognition
niggas
across the
'cause we
board.
doing that, but you guys
I
are
think-
queens.
I
think-
don't applaud single parenthood. You
I
should
think
learn
it's
from
'cause-
the last generation of women, so I'm not even gonna play that shit.
I think it's because they've gotten so little from black men in the past that they want bigger
They want more.
like gestures now.
I get
you
it.
feel me? So if
All right,
you
that
come
makes
with like
sense.
just Pampers now, it's like okay, what else?
you
You
got?
know what I mean? So you just gotta keep working, chipping away at it.
It's that city girl and Megan Thee Stallion.
These
influence.
young fathers out here was also, single childs without fathers. You get what I'm saying? So we gotta acknowledge that. And we gotta applaud them. You know what I mean?
Like I
Coming
said.
in and stepping up. to
Right,
the
exactly,
plate.
because they don't have a role model. So they
100%.
gotta teach themselves. They gonna figure it out on their own. And them doing that little thing, like you said, the Pampers, that means a lot to him.
Yeah.
That man probably didn't
Yeah.
have a father. So now he's like,
He
all
probably
right,
spent
boom,
his
I'm doing it.
last,
It's
like-
a whole fact. Like, at the end of the day, as women, like, we have to appreciate our men. That's all it boils down
Yeah.
to.
And
Like,
that might
Hello.
not have been the only thing he did. That might just be what he posted.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
but why do we have to post this stuff?
That's
Like,
what I-
like, there's no,
If we don't post it, then those men don't exist. You get what I'm saying? Like, y'all would never hear about these men, and therefore the bashing of the black men will continue.
Yeah, I agree. Social media is very finicky. And this guy posting about the Pampers, hey, maybe that's the best he could do. At the end of the day, we can't judge him for that. But the other question is, why would you post it? Yes, to give a voice to those who are trying to do the right thing. But at the same time, is it ever going to be enough? Very good video from the Daily Wrap Up crew. Shout out to them. Let me know in the comments your thoughts about the conversation. If you found the discussion worthy, please don't forget to like and share the video. And before you go, click the subscribe button and hit the bell notification so you know whenever I put out new content. Until next time, peace.